Hi, it's Jennifer Harding-Marlin, a citizenship by investment and residency by investment attorney. Today's video is going to talk about crime rates in the Caribbean, particularly in the islands that offer citizenship by investment. I get asked all the time what it's like living in the Caribbean. Is it safe, and what's my perspective on crime? If you read online, a lot of the islands that offer citizenship by investment will have a high crime rate. And this is in part due to the fact that there's such a small population that the crime appears to be very exaggerated. And in my view, it's a very, very safe place to live. I would not recommend relocating to countries that offered citizenship by investment if I myself didn't think that it was safe, and it was safe for clients and their children to relocate if they're interested in relocating or coming on vacation or spending time in the country. I've lived in a lot of different countries in the Caribbean, and I've spent a lot of time in different islands, and so not every island is safe. Islands like Haiti, I've touched down in a plane and I have not gone around Haiti. Haiti is not safe. Certain areas in Dominican Republic are not safe. Jamaica, while overall safe, there's some areas that I would personally avoid in Jamaica, but for the most part, Jamaica is safe. The Bahamas, having lived in Nassau, it is definitely, I live there, it's okay. Would I want to send my kids to school there and or feel comfortable sending my girl, if I had a girl, out to walk around in Nassau? Absolutely not. It's a country that surprisingly a lot of people will go to. If you stay in tourist areas, like you're staying on Paradise Island, then yes, Paradise Island is safe, but when you cross the bridge and you go out into Nassau, there's quite a bit of crime. I myself used to walk around with a knife in my purse because I didn't feel safe in certain areas. I have people catcall me. I'm subject to sexual harassment while living in Nassau. The outer islands in Bahamas are much safer, and or the crime rate is a lot lower in the Bahamas. So really, it's important to yes, you can read and do research online, but as well get someone's local perspective, because what you may read in the news or see online may not be the case of what's happening on the ground. So for the islands that offer citizenship by investment, none of the crime, or barely any of the crime, is targeted towards expats. I personally feel extremely safe. I can walk to pretty much anywhere. I feel very, very safe. I would never do this in Canada, and I would not recommend doing this, but at times I've even hitchhiked if I'm somewhere and I didn't have a car, just flag someone down and be like, hey, I'm going in this direction, or you're going in this direction, can I get a ride? It's a very small community, so people talk, and so you don't associate with people that you think are involved in crime, obviously, and don't if a local tells you to go home or to not go to a specific area, then avoid that area. But for the most part, it is very safe. School is safe, and which is really nice, as I had a lunch the other day with a client here, and I was asking about their perspective on relocating. And this is one of the clients that chose to relocate, just didn't do citizenship by investment to get a passport, really wanted to come and live and be integrated in the local community. And what I found really interesting was they were surprised with how safe it is, and how safe it is to send their kid to school, and their kid is so much happier attending school here, where people are nice. It's a small learning environment, small class size, and they don't feel threatened and or bullied and or assaulted like they were in the United States, where it was a lot more rough going to high school, and the kid had a lot of anxiety, and there was a lot of bullying online. So it was nice to hear people feel really comfortable with the level of safety. And it's interesting because over time, some of the islands have become a lot safer than they were in the past. 10 years ago, Antigua wasn't a safe country. And if you talk to someone locally that grew up in Antigua, they'd say the same thing. But now Antigua is a country that is very, very safe, especially if you're an expat. And I have friends there that live there, and they send their kid to school, and they say, we feel comfortable having our kid walk home from school or walk anywhere or go pretty much anywhere on islands. And we don't have to think about crime. We're not worried about someone kidnapping our kid or something bad happening. And it's common for kids to walk home from school alone. And, you never see this in Canada, the United States, necessarily having your kid walk a long distance, or, necessarily take when they're young, like take public transit, because you're not sure, there might be some weirdo or some person, and like you're concerned about, don't stranger danger, don't talk to strangers. And so it's really interesting to have heard from their perspective as well about crime. So if you're coming here, it is really safe. Obviously, take precautions, like don't flaunt your wealth, lock your car doors, lock your stuff, like, don't go to areas that are, if you feel uncomfortable in an area, leave. Like if you ask the local and get a local's perspective as well about the area. But in general, like I feel really safe. If I had kids, which I don't have kids, if I had kids, I would feel really safe having them go pretty much anywhere in any of the islands that offer citizenship by investment. So yeah, this is just a general thing on crime. Obviously, different people have different perspectives. Always take proper caution and proper measures. Like crime can happen anywhere at any time, but I don't think should be such a big concern that people have to the extent that people do, because it's a frequently asked question. We get it all the time. Okay, all the best. Bye for now.